Good morning and you are welcome to TV. My name is Derek Ashitey. You can call me Mr. Ashitey for short. And this is the Lineup Sports Show brought to you every Saturday at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Therefore, this is the Lineup Sports Show. This is a show designed to bring you in-depth analysis in the world of football. As you can see, and the matches are ever course in the various top 5 leagues in Europe. Also, Premier League has released the team of the season. Fred and Jordan, I didn't watch and Premier League news. So Manchester City and Arsenal, who wins the Premier League? Omunyamu 70 points with goal difference. City at that top. Aka matches be 4-5. I be bought now the season number anyway. I'm running so the phone lines in better draw now. You do input about. But so far no, the WhatsApp line better. If you have any input to share, bet me Esani up for your WhatsApp number is 053 715 8638 053 715 8638. I bet you one by your bar. Yedi the fixtures in across the top 5 Euro leagues no Eddie Bebremu with Eneni Ochina. Yebe try on your bar. Eddie Dakano Atwamusu. Welcome back to the Lineup Sports Show. My name once again is Mr. Ashitey. And then matches are across the top 5 European countries. No, you have Spain first, and then in Spain La Liga no. And then 12 p.m. Alaves ni Mallorca. Ebe Shasia Getafe ni Barcelona Super Bowl and at 2:15. 4:32 to your Valencia ni Girona, Atletico Madrid and Athletic Bilbao. About Spanish La Liga anymore. Already we know Barcelona is leading the race. And then Enransu Madrid able 1-1 draw against Real Betis. So I don't think Real Madrid has a chance right now to snatch the La Liga out of Barcelona. And the matches are La Liga no, Spain no, once again Alaves versus Mallorca, Getafe versus Barcelona, Valencia, Girona, and then Atletico Madrid, Athletic Bilbao. You're free Spain now. Now I call England. 11:30 perform Aston Villa. Aston Villa is fighting for the top 5 spots for Champions League. So Aston Villa betina back away now or the Fulham akobo Liverpool betina fe now or the Crystal Palace SUSD Ashitey at 2 p.m. The same 2 p.m. they'll be playing it simultaneously. West Ham will be playing Everton and then Wolves will be playing Tottenham. 2 teams battling for relegation. Already Wolves has been relegated. And Tottenham once in relegation is same so yeah they become what it means for the coach, what it means for the players, what it means financially, how it's going to affect the team. So 2 p.m. exactly, Wolves versus Tottenham. And then this is the big game of the day. 4:30 p.m. Arsenal versus Newcastle. Yeah, as we all know, Arsenal now already bear 9 points, but me, I don't want Arsenal to win the league. Arsenal, we play Newcastle at home at the Emirates Stadium. We will also bring you in-depth analysis of that game also. Moving on to the Bundesliga, 1:30 p.m. simultaneously, we have 5 matches. Heidenheim will be playing St. Pauli at home. FC Köln will be playing Bayern Leverkusen at home. Mainz 05 will also be playing Bayern Munich at home. Investors, take note. Bayern Munich, we are winning league near league near we are fair. And to Mr. who can invest here, know how to invest. Yeah. Augsburg will also be playing home against Frankfurt. Wolfsburg will be playing against Borussia Mönchengladbach. HSV will be playing against Hoffenheim. Uba Bundesliga ni mudia qualified dada. Bayern Munich will qualify Dortmund who year investment and patrol year investment ni. Moving on to the Italian Serie A. Parma will be playing against Pisa. Bologna will be playing against Roma. Verona will be playing against Lecce. For Uba France League Newswa. Lyon will be playing against AJ Auxerre. Gideon Mensah, Ghana International, the team no AJ Auxerre. Uba France League 1 5 p.m. Angers will be playing PSG. Toulouse will be playing AS Monaco. And then in England we have an FA Cup fixture, which is Manchester City versus Southampton. And Manchester City on board Premier League on board I think during the week number ball and then board against Southampton in the FA Cup semi-finals. Actually, for when a top 5 Europes across top 5 leagues across Europe no fixtures are ene ebebasu ena midi abremo no so yes no any. All right, the team of the season of the Premier League is out. And I share where near the team of the season, where the bench. I'm starting with the bench first before I move on to the team of the season. Our bench in so yeah, well, Bruno Guimaraes, we have David Raya of Arsenal, we have Enzo Fernandez of Chelsea, we have Hugo Thiago of Brentford, we have Rhys James, we have Joao Pedro, we have Virgil van Dijk, we have Granit Xhaka from Sunderland. And then these are honorable mentions. Just say, omo can 11 no, omo can bench no. Just that they've recognized their efforts this season and then they've been added to the list. We have Anderson, we have Casemiro, we have Junior Krupi, we have Brian Mbeumo, and we have Harry Wilson. Anderson now, in terms of transfer rumors, Anderson has been on the radar of Manchester City, Manchester United, and other top clubs. But then the likely destination for Anderson is Manchester City because the CEOs of Nottingham Forest are asking over 100 million, 125 million to be precise, for this wonderful player. Trust me, it's a wonderful player, but do you think he deserves 125 million price tag? Well, I don't think so. Casemiro, who up on last season, Manchester United. Yes, during the season, NODB2 said June this year will be his last season at Manchester United. Of course, some of the fans wanted him to extend his contract and others, but Osi debut or hanging boots Manchester United this season. And the next season, Casemiro and to us. So that is why Manchester United is in the market for a central defensive midfielder like Anderson. We have Sandro Tonali also on our radar. We have Walton from Crystal Palace also on our radar. And then there are rumors also saying that Aurelien Tchouameni from Real Madrid is also on our radar. Yeah, so during the transfer windows, no, yeah, didn't have a Bremo, but where transfer rumors are that is cutting across Europe. We have Junior Krupi from Bournemouth. He's also the youngster who has really improved this season. Washe, I think 12 goals plus this season. Brian Mbeumo signed from Brentford to Manchester United. He has also been an outstanding player. And then we have Harry Wilson of Fulham. Uba Premier League team of the season now. We have Donnarumma as being the goalkeeper. We have Gabriel Jesus. We have Gabriel Megas. Sorry, there are 2 Gabriels, all in Arsenal. And this is Gabriel Megas. Sorry. And we have Timber from Arsenal. We have Saliba also from Arsenal. And we have Marc Cucurella. This is where the debate has been online recently that some fans are saying Nico O'Reilly of Manchester City should be in the left back in place of Marc Cucurella. The phone bet to Joao. Also, we call Danny Jordan to get his input on the matter. We have Dominic Szoboszlai of Liverpool in the central attacking midfield. Right wing, we have Ryan Cherki. We have Bruno Dede Atre Fernandes, the best player of the season, no doubt. We have him also at the central attacking midfield. We have central striker. We have Erling Haaland. We have central midfielder Declan Rice. We have our Ghanaian youngster Antoine Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo deserves the Premier League player of the season. Why are they born money? But Premier League player of the season, meaning we say Bruno and deserve it. Yes, Bruno Fernandes and deserve it. And the big question for the day is who wins the Premier League title? Who wins the Premier League title? We'll try and get Danny Jordan on the phone, and then we'll talk to him about the Premier League title race and also the Premier League team of the season. It's a better when you're bar, a better also. All right, welcome back to the Lineup Sports Show. Bibi aye Bruno, you be Fred and Jordan now. The naturally is Nkomo Kakra Afa, the Premier League team of the season, and also who wins the Premier League title race. Also, I have in the studio with me a guest that you saw on the flyer as I posted online earlier this week. His name is Caleb. You'll be introducing me shortly, but then let's talk to Danny Jordan first. Then we'll get back to our guest in the studios. Danny.
Yo, Mr. Ashitey.
Hello.
Mr. Ashitey.
Hello, Danny.
Yeah, me dem clear now.
Charlie, dem clear. Then you call.
Oh, Charlie, Bibi Aboko. My first and foremost, I'm important. And then, okay, sir. We invite you to pass. So anything that we be a viewers in Ethiopia. I was supposed to be on the show, but due to one or two things, it made me back here.
Okay. Yeah, me share him say next week in Sabe count.
Yeah, surely. May apologize to viewers also. Like I can come back.
Okay. Nkrofo bebre see ya share one is na want me amba no but we dey enu dey actually asem. Arsenal City one cause last week now here the day we bebre say oh Arsenal this, Arsenal that. First of all, I have a guest with me in the studio. His name is Caleb and he say ebi I do not know person bisa on Sambia now on the Atuja.
Okay.
All right. And so going on to the main topic, Arsenal versus Man City last week Sunday Moody match in FA so ama City 88 also 88 kon bubu. How did your take on that match?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. It was a game of moment. Not that City had dominated the game entirely, but it was a game of moment. And me as an Arsenal fan, I was a bit surprised with the performance. I thought like City were going to take back, as I said on the show. No? Now, yeah, come on. But after we considered in the 16th minute, we took the game to them. It was end-to-end stuff. And yeah, but before City scored the goal, we had our chance. Kai Havertz had a chance 1v1 against Donnarumma. You know, Bob or Tiko, so yeah, then I don't know how he missed that chance. And if Kai Havertz had scored the chance and had 2-1, maybe we could have gotten a draw. Have a chance, and so I hit post. Within 66 minutes to 17, a movement. Am I into me and take your opportunity? In less than 1 minute, and I said, there 1 time, Nana, it went to the other end in our half. And the Haaland had a chance, and Haaland go not share. It was more difficult than the chance Kai Havertz made. And that's the difference between we and Manchester City. They have Haaland as their striker, and on the day, Kai Havertz was the one striking for him. And in the 96th minute, we also had the chance to equalize. And this same Kai Havertz guy, we had any striker, any like clinical striker would score. And I can bet my last point on it that if it was Joker in that position, that chance have a denial or saying on. And then that 96 minute chance now have a denial or head far over the bar. He would have hit the target. But yeah, as I said, no, it was a game of moments. We got our chance and we should have gone and like exactly they take lead, no. We didn't take our chance and they went to the other end, they took their chance and they won. They managed the game and they won.
Speaking of Kai Havertz, don't you think it's a bit too rushed to, put the blame on Kai Havertz? Because I remember Kai Havertz at Chelsea wasn't a striker. He was an attacker. Attacking in ground, a ball attacking midfield. So I don't know why you have 2 strikers on the day. You have Gabriel Jesus, and then you have Victor Gyökeres, and then your coach, Mikel Arteta, decided to play an attacker, not a clinical striker. You are going against City for a title race. And then they are playing Erling Haaland, and you are playing Kai Havertz as striking. And now all blaming Kai Havertz. Don't you think it's a bit too harsh from Arsenal fans?
Okay, so as much as me blame Arteta, you see, in the game of the substitutions, some of the substitutions didn't make sense. I remember Kai Havertz question out of the match back. let me deal with Arteta. You see, after went 2-1 down, he kept so long before he substituted Zubimendi out of the game. Again, another substitution he got it wrong was the Eze chance. It was the Eze substitution. But Eze was the only person, not like...
He was fully threat. Yes.
But he took him off. And Eze, on the day, Eze was our best attacker. He was playing on the left-hand side, but he was drifting, coming into the middle zone. Now, okay, to overload. And it was working very well. And I mean, before having any 1v1 against Donnarumma or 10, Eze also hit the post out of nothing. It wasn't a chance for one Christian or anything.
From his speaker foot.
Unlucky for him, born into Mianche. So on the day, Arteta got the substitution wrong. And there, for like, it's the Joker substitution. See, Mr. Ashitey, Bobo, in like Yanama's Bobo, almost the year 2-1, you have Jokeres on the bench, and he waited to the 86th minute before he made that change. And when he was substituting Eze out, I forgot to you made a film. Not for the Eze anyway, bodyguard, a ball like my boy, two attacking midfielders, because that time, that's from the second goal. They were defending the goal, they were sitting back, and rightly so, I understood them because they had a goal to protect. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had a goal to protect. So now we have on baby, another third goal. What needed to do was to sit back and get us on the base because I think they scored in the 8 minutes or so. I thought 8 or 9 minutes. I thought to be corrected by before the 77 minutes. So I understood what City did. But Arteta should have been smarter or should have been smart. And he for all attacking, like President and Odegaard. No more, or to say for me, and the film, you know, Odegaard and Kwan. While Edo was our best attacker on the day. Now let me come back to Kai Havertz. See, I've been Arteta for signing Kai Havertz because that signing, it's never made sense the first league. When Danny, what is that? Or signing have a time for double at the left to 38. After Granit Xhaka, Brian Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly what I thought.
You know, or pushing the anymore. You see, the profile of Kai Havertz, Arteta got that signing was a needless signing. And you see, Kai Havertz has scored in so many games. May the last season against Manchester United. That FA Cup now, United every year 3 months. In that game, he got like 2 clearances. But they are now on for you born if you put him. I got like 3 clearances. We are not have scored penalty FM. Like, so I forgot before that. Like, I think I had the video on my phone. I saw a compilation of Kai Havertz, like some of the big chances are why they want to join us. You see, when you are chasing the title, and you Kai Havertz, like you have the chance, you have the chance to put us ahead. So in this game, I'm going to blame, as much as I'm going to blame Arteta, maybe blame Kai Havertz. If you don't get this chance and miss it, 2 clear chances, the 96 minute chance there, Michael felt like it wasn't even a chance, it was not a chance because it was a free header. There was no pressure on him, not defender being down for man pressure. I still headed the ball over the back. So yes, I'm going to, as much as I'm going to blame Arteta, I'll blame Kai Havertz for missing those chances. And I blame Mikel Arteta for not taking him out, for bringing Jokeres in the 86th minute. This is the reason why we signed Jokeres. For the past 2-3 seasons, we've been saying Arsenal doesn't have a clinical striker. Arsenal doesn't have a clinical striker. You sign a striker, you are playing a big game against Manchester City, and you decide that, let me bench the striker to the 86th minute. This doesn't make sense. Like, this is. Oh, nah, Charlie, I don't even know what to say, but like that Joker substitution, why will you leave the striker? What you are chasing the game? Why will you leave him on the bench the 86th minute? And find out in the baby.
Well, that's unfortunate for you and your coach. Caleb, do you have anything to add to that game?
On the day, some of the decisions on made as a coach, it cost them. Like, Like it's showing that like he hasn't learned anything. He hasn't learned anything. Like this is what it is, you know. As I said last week, if there's one topic that I need most as an Arsenal fan,
it's the Premier League title.
It's the Premier League. Forget about the Carabao Cup. Yeah, it's a topic. Once my team went to the final, I was expecting them to win. I was going to support them to win it. Yeah, you lost the Carabao City. Cool. But you see, 22 years, we won the league, and we come close. We come close, like 2-3 times. And this time around, we took like a 9-point lead. And you as a Mikel Arteta, as a coach, like, what disappointed so many times. So you are trying to tell me that you haven't learned anything.
Caleb is on beside question back.
Danny.
Okay.
Danny.
Yeah.
I can feel your heat at the moment.
You can see I am.
Yeah. But the question I want to ask you is, Noni Madueke Mutono for around, is it 62 or something million pounds? How do you see that signing? How do you see that signing? Noni Madueke
from Chelsea.
Yeah,
so how do you see him?
2 million pounds.
How do you see him as a replacement for Saka if Saka is not available on any day?
Another useless signing by Arteta.
Yeah, of course.
Another useless signing by Arteta. You see, listen. If you think Madueke was good enough, I can take the big man.
No, I don't think so.
No, you see, Madueke signed on. I don't know if you people follow data. There was a petition online.
And the funny part is, not price na low figure.
Yeah.
Madueke for
no. But why would listen? Why would Arsenal sign Madueke for 65 million?
Yes.
62.
62. And then I think around that same price tag we got Brian Mbumo. Brian Mbumo was I think 75 million plus add-ons.
Yeah.
But then why would you spend that much money on Madueke? Obia what Chelsea cry, he doesn't have numbers.
That's why I have a problem with Arteta when it comes to like signing attacking players. The bad thing I find defenders there is his talent idea is up there. Like he's giving us, he's signed some good defenders. But bad players signing attackers, he's one of the horrible like his decision making is very horrible and terrible when it comes to signing attacking players.
Yeah, I think so.
You've seen nothing Madueke in the Premier League. Very nice, nobody you. We've seen these guys at Chelsea.
Yes.
Then you go on and you go and play to do it. Easy. No Arsenal fan on this earth wanted Noni Madueke. Yeah, we needed a backup for Saka. Like no Arsenal fan on this earth wanted. Now, Obia Ebabe find no more petition. Oh, hey, I'm not a guy. You see, they abuse him, but I don't support. Abuse the one who are abusing on
online abuse.
A man who did for DFS in their account here. I don't support that. But this shows that, like, you see, after one interested. After interested in signing me. And I plan to do that signing because we all knew he wasn't going to add anything to the squad.
Of course.
He wasn't going to add. So, like, see, it was one of the most useless signings, just like how they signed Kai Havertz. It never made sense. Yeah, that's Arteta for you.
And me personally,
as I'm saying, if he has to win the league, he has to be sad. And it looks like he's not going to win the league. So they just have to show the exit door. He's never going to win the league now. I don't see us winning the championship.
All right, Danny.
Yeah.
On the topic of who wins the Premier League, we have Arsenal and Manchester City both at 70 points. We have Crystal Palace matches left. They have, I think, 5 matches left to play. And then City has Crystal Palace to play at home, Everton to play away, Brentford to play at home, Bournemouth to play away, and then Aston Villa to play home. When it comes to Arsenal has Newcastle to play at home, Fulham to play at home, West Ham to play at away, and Burnley to play away, and then Crystal Palace to play away. Looking at these remaining fixtures with both 70 points, what is your take on who wins the Premier League title? For me personally, I think comparing these two fixtures, Arsenal has a slight edge over City in terms of coming out on top. But then, Arsenal being Arsenal, you don't know what might happen. So your take on who wins the Premier League title?
The thing is, Mr. Ashitey, take it from me. Yeah, these are going to draw points. But the thing is, can Arsenal take advantage or capitalize on it when they drop the point?
Okay.
If they have some top pictures, they are going to play the likes of Everton and all of that. On the drop the point. On what shows there, almost drop the point that Arsenal does not take advantage already. You see, that's the problem we have here. So I don't know. Right now, I don't know if you actually can win the league. I'm so confused. But you know, if I'm being honest, I don't see how we are going to win it because it's Mikel Arteta, and I don't trust it.
Okay, that's it. Caleb, what do you think?
To me, I think there was a point Arsenal caught 12 points clear.
Yeah, 12
on the table. And for us now,
9 points. Yeah, wait. 9 points.
9 points.
Who got 12 with outstanding one?
Yes, with an outstanding one.
Yeah, we just actually 2 points.
Yeah, you went only did 12 points.
Clear.
You did 12 points clear.
Yeah, Mr. Ashitey. Don't be doing this.
Okay.
It was 9 points.
9 points.
And for me, Arsenal with 9 points, as you are saying here, Arsenal to my slow, City, any one bracket on points. I don't think Mikel Arteta has the edge to battle Pep Guardiola on match day 33. Because Guardiola, being a Man City coach, has never battled the league or that first on match day 33. No, for me, I think Arsenal don't have the character. Arsenal don't have the character to overtake City again.
Can I come? Let me interject a bit. When we talk about the character, it starts from the coach. That's why I'm saying that he hasn't learned anything. When it comes to character, it starts from the coach. Because 2021, 2022, you competed for the league, you couldn't win it.
Yes.
You came back 2022, 2023, you competed, you still couldn't win it. Last season there, we didn't even compete at all. There was no, Liverpool didn't have any competition. Because of the injuries and all of that, we didn't. But for you to compete the league twice, not a stone now, this is what taking 9.3, that's the word to you. You can't get this off the line. It's the coach. It's clearly the coach who hasn't learned anything. He doesn't have the character. He doesn't have the mentality to win the league.
Yeah, I side with you.
If he doesn't win the league, he has to be sacked. You know that he's the highest paid coach in the league.
Yes.
Arsenal giving him anything, everything, every player will be the man.
Arsenal have given him too much patience. As big as Arsenal, they've given Arteta too much patience. That's what I think.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying. You can ask Mr. Ashitey. From the days that we were working together, he knows my son when it comes to Mikel Arteta.
Yes.
I have never liked him. He knows my son. And I'm never going to change him. But the thing is, I was like, okay, let me keep quiet and support him. Once he's doing well, let me not be on the negative side. You understand?
Of course.
I've never rated him as a coach. I have never rated him. And this is he has shown this again that he's going to be disappointed. So if he doesn't win the league, show him the exit door. The players that we have, any decent coach, any coach who is tactically decent can win the league. Can you expect the league? You are leading the league with 9 points and you couldn't throw it away. No, come on. They are clearly sure that he can't win the league. So if he doesn't win this league, it should be sacked. As I've always been saying since 2018, that's what I've said, that this coach, I don't rate him. I'll never rate him. But I decided to support. If he doesn't win it, he should be shown the exit door.
All right, DJ, speaking of coaches, let's say Mikel Arteta doesn't win the league and he's being sacked. Who do you think should replace him at Arsenal?
See, that one is the board will do out.
But as an Arsenal fan, I know you have one or two favorites.
Listen. Let me give my preference.
All right.
I've always liked Julian Nagelsmann, the German national team coach.
Okay.
He has always been my first choice since 2018. Before he went to Bayern Munich and he's now coaching. I followed him from his days at Hotline. When he became the youngest ever coach to coach the Bundesliga. He was coaching Hotline. He came to Leipzig, he was doing brilliantly well, and he moved to Bayern Munich. And now he's my first choice. If Arsenal to sack Arteta, they should do everything possible to get him.
All right. And then if Arsenal should win the league, do you think? All right. So, and if Arsenal should win the league this season, do you think the board should maintain Arteta?
No. If they win the league, they should so happy.
Yes, Arteta in the whole time, okay.
No. If they win the league, they should still start him. It's simple as that. Because you know why? Next season, the performance will be even worse than this season. So if like we winning league now, they should still start him, showing the result.
All right. Same on this coaches topic. I don't know. Let's just ship this. Liam Rosino during the week has been sacked by Chelsea. What's your take on that?
You know, it has been coming. It has been coming. You can't be coaching Chelsea. Now the 5 matches are on Chelsea.
Oh.
And the man clearly wasn't ready for the job. Like I said, he was doing well as Strasbourg was so learning on the job. I think the Chelsea job was too big for him.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised he started. 5 matches, they didn't even score 1 goal. So I saw it coming, coming. Yeah, he deserves the start. I think he can go to another team, a mid-table team, and learn and come back again.
Kale, what's your take on Rosina being sacked?
For me, it was fair. It was fair. Because as a Chelsea manager, now share a caliber of team as Chelsea, what they've done in both the domestic leagues and in Europe, I don't think you can go 5 matches losing. And just losing again without scoring even a single goal. The
last time that happened was, I think, 114 years ago.
Look at this.
Which is very bad.
Just look at this.
And then, DJ, I don't know if you know, only say a Saki coach, most of the players are online now, like they send their heartfelt messages to the coach. But then in the case of Liam Rosino, there were rumors that he didn't have that relationship with the players. The players didn't like him as much. And up to now, no single player from Chelsea, even JP and then Andre Santos, Obian sending the message, asking goodbye. What do you think is screaming?
Come again.
Me say Liam Rosino, no. There's no Chelsea player. Only say normally if a coach is being sacked, normally the players go online and then jam message say, "Oh, we wish you well" and all that. But then in the case of Liam Rosino,
it's clear so that the players didn't rate him, and they didn't like him. They didn't like his method of working and all of that. For a coach to be sacked, not a player, but a friend to me and Danasia.
Yeah, even Andre Santos and then Joao Pedro.
Joao Pedro post something on social media.
No.
So I was even surprised, but I think Oba Chelsea, Joao Pedro, I want to know the best form.
Yeah.
So I was surprised he didn't even post to thank him. But Rosiniano, he was still learning on the job. So I feel like the Chelsea job was too big. So okay. Yeah, that's it. The players didn't believe in him. That's why I will be against him.
All right, one last input, and then we let you be, Danny Jordan. The Premier League team of the season is out, and then we have Donnarumma, we have Gabriel, we have Saliba, we have Jurentiba, we have Marc Cucurella, we have Dominic Szoboszlai, we have Declan Rice, we have Bruno Fernandes, we have Antoine Semenyo, Erling Haaland, and Ryan Cherki. Guardian FA team of the season win. Bruno.
Okay, then I think Omar Somunano, it deserves to be there from the defense to attack.
What do you think of Marc Cucurella? There has been debate online that Nico O'Reilly of Manchester City deserves it more than Marc Cucurella does.
No, I think Cucurella has been good this season, but it's just that Chelsea almost O'Reilly, but Cucurella has really bought this season. He has really bought it. He deserves that spot.
All right, so with this team of the season, who should be your player of the tournament? Your player of the season this season?
The player of the season?
Yeah.
Okay, it's between Bruno Fernandes, Declan Rice, and Szoboszlai. These are my three spots.
So you don't think Haaland or Gabriel also deserves it?
Gabriel?
Because Arsenal defense, in as much as you are complaining, Arsenal defense has been the best defense this season, considered few goals. And then Haaland, obviously, is the highest goal scorer currently. Bruno Fernandes, as you mentioned, is the top assist this season.
This is not a Haaland performance.
Okay.
Yeah, even though I said good, but his performance before he fought against Arsenal, not over 5 matches on shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I think between Bruno Fernandes, right? Somebody like they've been very consistent this season.
Okay.
They've been very consistent. So I'll be able to rename play out the way. I'll not complain.
Caleb.
For the team of the season, I think it was said David. Omanya fair to David Raya.
I think David Raya should.
Yes. I think David Raya should be there in place of Donnarumma. Because here David Raya's save ratio for this season alone, and then he's the keeper with most clean sheets in Premier League. If I'm wrong, I think David Raya is the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets.
All right. So what I forgot to mention is Omuri and DJ. Can you hear me? After team of the season, Omuma bench and Amusama honorable mentions.
Okay.
So in the bench we have Bruno, we have Raya, we have Enzo Fernandez, we have Hugo Thiago, we have Rich James, Joao Pedro, Van Dijk, and then Granit Xhaka. And then honorable mentions are like players Amuya there, but then Omatimian making into the bench and then starting 11. Hey, Anderson, Casemiro, Krupi, Brian Mbeumo, and Harry Wilson.
Yes. And for Junior Krupi, he's had an excellent season as a teenager. Junior Krupi has had a very excellent season for Bournemouth. Shadow striking role, half number 10 role, no second boss, no, that guy he's so good. He's one for the future. You all should watch out for him. Junior Krupi.
All right. DJ, are you still on the line? All right, Ashefo, I think we've lost Danny Jordan on the line. That Danny Jordan said he joined through phone call and added his input, even though he wasn't here to join us in the studio. Next week, you'll share him saying, Eddie Beckham, Danny Jordan. Ebe do ne be try ho ye ba ye sema aka no ebe to amuso na ya share be phone lines no na also the input and WhatsApp messages aba ya try one ba sisia. All right, welcome back to the Lineup Sports Show on MBN TV. Once again, my name is Ashitey, Mr. Ashitey for short. You can call me anywhere you see me. And then say me cry 2 cities and I'm Panama Chow 1. Me penso me mawanya by force. Me am sika. Also, once again, we are in the studio with our guest Caleb. One time in and time out, we'll try and get Caleb if he's available. The new Beba studio and the actual come. Maybe I bedroom, you better call transfer rumors. But before the transfer rumors, no, Tottenham Hotspurs are in the bottom 3. And are in danger of being relegated to the English Championship with 31 points, and then with I think 1 outstanding match to play, and then followed by Burnley 20 points, Wolves 17 points. Wolves are already relegated, Burnley relegated, confirmed. But then Tottenham, bet me about Caleb. Tottenham has a chance to come out. But today it's playing against Wolves. What do you think? Do you think Tottenham will go into relegation?
For me, I think Tottenham Wolves will be an easy pick for Tottenham. Even though in their crisis, I don't think Wolves will be a teamer. Obetima had Tottenham for their quest for coming out of the relegation zone.
Okay.
And then for me, Tottenham relegated to the Championship will be a menace. So I think, for me, Tottenham will get out of the relegation zone for sure. West Ham don't have the capacity, that endurance to still battle with Spurs right now as we are speaking. And then for Forest is doing a very good job. Forest is doing, because Forest was also part of the relegation.
Yeah, he won 5-0 yesterday.
Yes, yesterday Spurs won 5-0. For me, I think Tottenham's form for the last 2 games, for the last 2 games now, it's been better. It's been better from the others on my ball mid-season ever.
Okay.
And then today playing against Wolves, it will be a very tough game for Wolves though, because Tottenham home. Yes.
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
No, Wolves
home.
Yeah,
wow.
Wolves home.
Wow.
And then Wolves has also been.
Yes.
What this season was Arsenal.
Yes. Wolves has scored Arsenal this season. But for me, baby, Eduno is down to psychology.
Okay.
I don't think from here it's performance anymore. It's down to psychology. And then Spurs coach no Saki Ange Postecoglou. Obeka says Tottenham problem no. It's not only it's not what you see then. Problem is so it goes down off the pitch.
Okay.
So for me, I think Spurs with a new coach Roberto De Zerbi, so Oma high psychologist recently, Spurs are high psych. So I think it will work on their psychological health. Yes.
All right. So I think these are the remaining matches for Tottenham. Obviously today they are playing against Wolves, and then their next match will be against Aston Villa. They'll play against Leeds. They'll play against Chelsea. They'll play against Everton. How many points do you think Tottenham can pull out? Because mind you, Aston Villa is also fighting for,
of course, top 4,
top 5 for the Champions League. Leeds, I don't know. Anyway, maybe they can go away with Leeds. Chelsea is also fighting for top 5.
Of course.
Everton is also fighting to play in Europe this season.
Wow.
So the remaining matches for Tottenham, how many points do you think Tottenham can pull?
For me, I think today Tottenham playing Wolves should be at 3 points for Tottenham.
Okay.
Villa. I was Tottenham men on it Villa 2-1 draw.
Obo draw
na so be she. Leeds a hard dream. So what Leeds this season, they've been worrying a lot. It's a honor for I'll give Tottenham a little upper hand because Obo on fear.
Okay.
Obo home. So Chelsea, though Chelsea are in crisis, but North London derby I think.
Yeah.
And then derby need there.
Predict.
Yes, you can't predict. For a derby, you can't predict. So that one is unpredictable. Then Everton, Everton has also been a very tough side this season.
Tough side.
Dewsbury Hall money India mo hard dream pa. Tottenham.
So with this match, with these fixtures, and then with the fixtures of West Ham today, they'll play against Everton. Sorry, this weekend they'll play against Everton. They have Brentford to play. They have Arsenal to play. They have Newcastle and then Leeds. Everton is fighting for European spot. Brentford is also fighting for European spot. Arsenal obviously is fighting to win the league. Newcastle, maybe I think it's also in the relegation battle zone or somewhere. But I'm not sure if they'll call relegation. And Leeds. So what do you think of the fixtures with West Ham and then Tottenham?
So
if fixtures we are, who do you think will qualify?
This is what I'm saying. In my opinion, Spurs have an upper hand because Spurs have been there.
Okay.
But for West Ham now, West Ham is playing Leeds United. Same caliber. I'm saying Leeds, they'll share for now. Or sure. So Leeds can worry West Ham over there. Newcastle, oh my God. Even with Anthony Gordon out for injury, Oshe Gema have you bounced money. We will Sula ball against Bournemouth last week now. Newcastle is a very strong side.
Yeah.
Arsenal, you know, West Ham is not even winning a point. Even though in home, but Arsenal have a chance.
No.
Brentford, Igor Thiago is the second scoring striker in the Premier League.
Yes.
I don't think West Ham have a chance at Brentford home. G-Tech Stadium, Ukoha, Brentford man who have and Everton has been another strong side this season. For me, Spurs. I think Spurs will advance. Spurs will advance. With Kessie, Spurs will advance.
The funny thing is, during this, before the start of the season, I predicted West Ham, Tottenham, and then Wolves to go to relegation.
Wow.
I don't know. I'll get a clip, and then next week I'll try and play. But I predicted these top 3 teams: West Ham, Tottenham, and then Wolves to go to be relegated this season. And then they are all in a relegation battle with
Burnley Penal.
Burnley Penal, Abe Kakra. And I don't know. You better never na. Say Tottenham qualify. But qualifying so.
But Usha Tottenham squad no individually quality players. Usha individually they have Kolomwani, they have
and the Tottenham has also been affected with injuries this season.
Yes. I think that is the main factor. Yeah. I think that is the main factor. But even apart from that, Usha no musa assemble a great team individually.
Yeah. They still have Javi Simons.
Yes, they have Javi Simons, they have Dominic Solanke,
Romero,
they have Kuti Romero. Look, you can't Kuti Romero and Van der Veen centre back pair now. Mind you, they've been very strong. Solid. Yes, you can't say Europa double pair, they will be there. Okay. And then they have even in the midfield experienced Konogala, Palina from Bayern Munich, Richarlison. They have individual quality, but I don't know. Merging as a team has been a problem for them.
Okay, but you think they will just survive?
Yes, I think they will survive relegation. Relegation.
Actually, for the phone line is number 05371588638. Transfer rumors Asem Kakra. Starting from Konate, Konate has extended, confirms new deal is now imminent or is expected to stay at Liverpool. Do you think Konate has been solid that Liverpool should extend his deal and now say market no compare defender for
start of the season now. Konate was very excellent at the start of the season. Konate ne form no drop kakra mid season. Etusha start season Konate Real Madrid are targeting him as an option for this summer.
Okay.
And now if you remember the contract will free now come fan will not come fan free. But Real Madrid mid season when the money was drop kakra it's never Van Dijk break. The Real Madrid that three who free Ibrahima Konate. But Konate has been this solid defender. What for the past? The obvious Konate started season the strength to her. But end this season the strength to. But the mid season or picky injuries like Misaka. Now man not drop it. But Konate again has been a dominant figure in Liverpool's season. Yes, I think on the pair with Virgil van Dijk, has been excellent. Yes.
All right. So you think the deal to extend his contract is
yes,
right?
Yes. I think the deal to extend his contract is okay because they have Giovanni Leonia. He's a young centre back. He could learn under Konate and both Van Dijk. So even if Konate is going maybe 2 seasons after, still they have Giovanni Leonia with me. Are picking up some pieces.
All right. Moving on from Konate, we have John Stones. I think before the match against City, about outside the 31-year-old defender. In the last game, in the last season with Manchester City, what do you think? You think that's the best move for him? He's 31 years old, and I mind you, injuries were picking Yama, so he's not even getting the playing time. Yes. So what do you think? Do you think it's the best move for him not to extend his contract and then move away from City?
I think this time is the best time for John Stones. So I consider move away of City or even England. I think this should be the best time because John Stones for the past two seasons John Stones has always been on the bench for Manchester City, and then due to injuries, yes, John Stones, And then he's a versatile player who's at the point here on the center back, right back. Even Guardiola transitioned to be a very prolific DM. That was how we use here winning team. So I think if John Stones is leaving, this is the best time for him to, because mind you, there's a talk said Pep Guardiola able to Miyako at the end of the season. Yeah. So I think John Stones leaving this season is a perfect timing. Yes.
And to this Saudi say you think he can still compete?
31. John Stones is still young. He's still young. He could compete in Europe.
Okay.
He's too young to compete in Europe. Yes.
All right. Moving on to Alisson. Juventus approach Alisson over possible Serie A return if Liverpool will let him leave. Juve wants to sign a top goalkeeper this summer, and Alisson would be a dream candidate. With the Brazilian goalkeeper open to move, decision depends on Liverpool as they extend his deal for one more season last month, and Alisson expects the club. Liverpool will assess the goalkeeper situation during next weeks with Alisson and Mamardashvili. Juve are waiting. What do you think? What do you think is the best situation for Liverpool? Yeah, for Liverpool side this year.
Now?
Yes, for now. What do you think?
For now, I think the Liverpool, Jayama Alisson Yakono, a very poor transfer. Decision. Because who need any other back or George Mamardashvili, all right, yes. But he has not matched up to expectations since so free Valencia joining. So I think they should keep Alisson for a little period of time for Mamardashvili to learn under him for some period, maybe 2-3 seasons. Because Alisson goalkeepers here say even age because still to move age 40 this season. So
extending Manono contract.
Wow. So the goalkeepers, I think when they are aging, their experience and then their level of commitment waiting for the club in Ebasro. So for me, Liverpool leaving Alisson at this period is very poor. It's very poor.
Okay, now let's take the player's side. Do you think personally for him he should move out of England and then have a new, possibly returning back to the Serie A? Personally
for me, I think Alisson moving to the Serie A is a good one for him, because the era of squad now. Mohamed Salah, Joe Matip, Salah is going at the end of it. They are era no AFD. Liverpool era no AFD. Omo building in a very new young team. So for him, and then also Serie A no aged players na koha ejiomo pa. Luka Modric.
Even Ciro and
Cristiano Ronaldo went to prove at Juventus. Yes. And then project now Juventus I think when they get Alisson Becker right now to be in the post for them, he will add experience to the back line, or command the back line here. Because show defense now, Bremer, Lloyd Kelly, yes, they are picking up. Omunya Alisson at the experience in the come. I think it will help. It will help a lot.
All right.
So for Alisson, is a good move for him.
All right. As you all know, Akanji. Moving on to Akanji. Akanji last season, and I say Oko on loan Inter Milan with a buyback clause, of course. Right now, Inter Milan are interested in signing him permanently from Manchester City. Inter will activate the buy clause to sign Manu Akanji on permanent deal from Manchester City. Personally, player on one person about City, babe.
Yes.
Yeah, because now on Nusunya playing. And then he has been a solid defense for
he has adapted a new family at Italy with the Inter Milan, and I think ne pair with Bisek. Any divide money, a very excellent pair, and with Desmond Dumfries on his side, is a very core Inter Milan will have a very great season. Not to lie, to be honest, Manu Akanji has lived above expectations when he moved to Inter Milan. Yes. Why are the pan? And even in the last matches, he had a couple of goals as a centre back. Yes. And then he's commanding his back line. So I think it's a good choice, because you see, our City Nukra, Pep Guardiola, he's not certain to stay. And then defense, said there's been reinforcement. Yeah. Ruben Dias, so moving to Inter Milan, and I think Inter is on top of the Serie A, right?
Yeah, Inter is on top.
Yes.
I think 9 points.
Manu Akanji is having a very good campaign.
All right, so you think he should stay?
I think he should stay at Inter Milan. Yeah.
All right, moving on from Manu Akanji, we have Baleba. Okay, we have Baleba, we have Anderson, and then we have Joe Watson. These are three midfield. And then I know Sandri Tonali and then Chouameni has been added to these three magnificent midfielders when it comes to the radar of Manchester United midfield going into next season. But then let's take Baleba for a second. There was a deal agreed personally with Baleba from Manchester United. Personal terms and everything has been agreed. It's just the asking price of Brighton that is said an amount of money. But right now we have 4 other options. We have Anderson, who obviously Nottingham Forest are asking over 100 million for Wharton. We have Anderson. Wharton is also another midfielder that has been appreciated by Manchester United.
Adam Wharton.
We have Sammy Tonali and then also Chouameni.
Yeah.
Looking at these top 5 midfielders, who do you think Manchester United should go for? Because Casemiro is leaving obviously this season. Who do you think Manchester United should go for?
For me, my share Carlos Baleba, my share Elliot Anderson, my share Adam Wharton, and then I think for these 4 now, I think they should go in for Adam Wharton.
They should go in for what?
They should go in for Adam Wharton because Adam Wharton has had a very great season with Crystal Palace this season. And then Osha Senior, you're in the box to box now. Yeah. He would complement Kobe Menu very, very well if Casemiro is leaving. Because they are 2 English boys. Language wouldn't be a barrier, understanding everything. Adam Wharton is an excellent box to box midfielder. And then even with a DM run or a versatile on FIFA, Obetumabo as CM, Obetumabo as a DM, he will give you that physical presence. And then say I'm building up from midfield Onimia pa Abrante and rate now come me shot on it Chouameni me. But with Chouameni I feel like Chouameni is only dominant in physical duels.
Yeah.
Say you really duels. Now I am Pemon but say I'm building up play no. Adam Wharton is a bit ahead of.
So you don't think
Chouameni.
Anderson, yeah, and then Carlos Baleba. When it comes, me personally, I would want us to go for Anderson.
Okay.
Yes, because Anderson, obviously, this season has been outstanding with Nottingham Forest, and then he has even been mentioned in the honorable mentions of the Premier League players of the season.
Of course.
Carlos Baleba this season, Manchester and Huni performance because of, I think his personal move to Manchester United affected him because he wanted a move.
Yes,
but then the asking price of the Brighton is too much. So me personally, I don't know, but Wharton will be 3rd on my list, with Anderson being 1st. Carlos Baleba 2nd,
okay.
Wharton 3rd, then maybe Chouameni. Chouameni.
Oh, the experience of Chouameni, maybe Chouameni.
See, me honestly, when you look at the Real Madrid setup in the midfield, I don't see anything exceptional. Okay. I don't see any creativity there. I don't see any flair. Yeah. I mean, midfield now is a box-to-box play. They are not playing football. They are just playing
rigidity.
Yes. Also, you see the flair and all that. And I don't see the flair when it comes to these players. And then United, we need, even though as much as we are CDM, we need that flair. We'll be out to me Fabos, me Danny.
And Elliot Anderson gives you that.
Gives only Carlos Baleba.
Last season, Carlos Baleba was doing great with that job. He was doing very excellent with that job. But I think not Brighton for one person. Moises Caicedo moved to Chelsea. No? They wanted for Baleba to play one more season. The asking price now Akosro. But unfortunately for them, we are dropping in performance rather. Dropping performance. I think the asking price now back from around, and I don't think Baleba now should be an option for United. Adam Wharton, as I said, and then Elliot Anderson, as you said, yes, they'll be good. But I also like it if Chouameni is there. Yes, he will give you that. Also, Premier League need a demanding
physicality, and then Chouameni has that.
Yes, it's a Chouameni mouse, a physical dress. If you're not Kobe Menu as a box to boxer. And now vice versa. It will be excellent. With Bruno Fernandes
your point is also valid.
Yes.
All right, so that will be all for the transfer rumors. We got the fixtures of the day, I'm both stood up, but then I want to take your thoughts on the fixtures across Europe top 5 leagues, Then okay, in the league, we have Lyon, Auxerre, we have Angers versus PSG, we have Toulouse, Monaco. What match Ben are showing himself?
Lyon Auxerre were French language a very exciting game. So there is a lot of physical battles. And today I'll be looking out for Hendrik. Yes, I'll be looking out for Hendrik. Because Gideon Mensah, so being a Ghanaian there, I'm monitoring Gideon Mensah. Auxerre. Yes. So it's likely said if Hendrik is starting from the right wing, it's likely said Gideon Mensah would be on him, and then that would be a very great test for Gideon Mensah going to the World Cup, because when hear players say, and they are building with confidence, So I think Leon Auxerre, I'll be monitoring that game.
All right, PSG Angers. Do you think PSG will maintain the title this
I
season?
think PSG will fly to Angers home stadium and then score them. They will score them hands down. They will score them because Ocean League now and you're open. It's not open for PSG. Lens Edinechipa.
Yeah,
it is a PSG.
Lens Edinechi.
Yes. Who check it table now? Lens Edinechipa. It is a PSG. It's like you a game when we pay. Oh, why PSG? Yes.
PSG had that one with
just 3 points.
6 points. Lens with 63 points. Leo with 54 points. Leon with 54 points. Rennes with 53 points. Followed by Marcel with 52 points. So I think, as you said, PSG need a win against.
Yes. So who shut table we are? PSG is not taking it easy on the French League. As said, previous seasons, no.
Okay.
Let's behind them is having a very good campaign this season. And Omobo Coupe de France semi-finals here. So PSG don't have to play with this Angers game. PSG has to win this game hands down. And then for Luis Enrique, I don't think this time should be okay. Obo Bayern Munich midweek.
Yeah.
So I think there could be some tactical tweaks or maybe some.
It will affect
Yes.
PSG.
Obey reshuffle. And maybe any players in and never started.
Okay.
But even still, I think even with those reshuffle no, I think I was say PSG still they have to because what league can in bar as game. We want reshuffle. Gonzalo Ramos Moon. League and in Zaire, they should get a job done. They should get a job done.
All right. Okay, obviously, back FA Cup. No?
Yes.
Manchester City is playing against Southampton. I think they are in the semi-finals.
Yes.
Manchester City obviously will be winning.
Yes. At the Etihad Stadium there, you don't tip Southampton to have even a point at the Etihad Stadium. With this form, City will be. And then the players are hungry for more. After winning the Carabao, no?
Yeah.
I think City players, no, they are not serial winners, so they want more. Ushara check more Antoine Semenyo, they are upcoming talents. They are also proving to be. And then I think City will win this game hands. I don't think Southampton have a chance in this game.
All right. All right. Moving on to Syria, we have Parma, Pisa, Bologna, Roma, and then Verona, Lecce.
Yes.
I think Parma will win. Bologna, Roma, that will be the top game.
Yes.
Bologna has been exceptional this season, and then Verona, Lecce. More battle relegation.
Of course. Bologna form na no. So Roma shouldn't have to take this game easy. Roma should go in. And then Bologna home.
Yeah.
Bologna home.
I think this match is going to be a very
Yes, it's going to be a very tough match in the Serie A.
All right, moving on to the German Bundesliga. We have Heidenheim versus St. Pauli. We have Köln versus Leverkusen. Mainz 05 versus Bayern Munich. Augsburg, Frankfurt, Wolfsburg, Mönchengladbach, AHV, and then Hoffenheim.
Okay.
What's your take on this?
So let me speak on the Köln Leverkusen game.
Okay.
Leverkusen this season has also had, let me say, an exciting campaign. It's not that bad. But Usha, there are some points Ghana SSN Leverkusen drop it. Bundesliga campaign
Baron drop it.
Yes, but Leverkusen drop it is our points no. Points we are only mid-table clubs and now even relegated clubs, but Leverkusen drop it some point where it was very silly. And I think for their quest to play in the Champions League, no, if they want to play they should win this Köln game. Very simple for them. Yes. I think that Leverkusen
on the table.
Yes, table in here.
Other set. 2 points. And then this is Conference
League. Yes, or the Conference League.
And then this is Europa. And then this is Champions League. And it's like you said, on board into the Champions League, 56 points against Stuttgart, and Onuwo 52 points.
Yes.
So if he really wants to play in the Champions League, like you said, that's a winning match.
And I think
55 points, or movie up Kakra, then closer to the Champions League.
And I think there are more matches to play. Stuttgart has been in great form though, but Leverkusen, they could be there because for the previous seasons, Leverkusen were Champions League. They came as underdogs, and then they did. Although they went out of the run of the group stages of the new format, but still they did an excellent job. They did with Xavi Alonso 10-1. Yes, Leverkusen had an excellent team, and then Bayern and then Mainz. I think it will be an easy game, easy game for Bayern Munich.
Are you sure? Because Bayern has already won the league.
Though
winning league, no.
Winning league, and then there's a factor to that they have. PSG in the Champions League.
So me personally, I don't think Bayern Munich is going to put his squad in this game.
So what Vincent Company any team in this season now, they've never underrated any team. Even relegation or
but then this is
team.
no, I know, but then this is the fact that he has already won the league, and then midweek he's going to play against PSG.
Obey reshuffle on the squad.
Obey reshuffling. I don't think he's going to, even if he's going to play his, because the fear factor of injury will also be in his mind. Say, this is obviously one of the useless games.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah. So I don't think Bayern Munich is going to put their all in this game.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay. That's good. And then Frankfurt, Augsburg. That is also another exciting match to watch. And I'll have my seats. I'll have my eyes down and watch that game. Frankfurt and Augsburg. Yeah, I think both of them have some pretty good individual players. On a normal day, on a good day, they can step up. They can step up and win games for their teams. Yes, Wolfsburg, Mönchengladbach, another exciting one. I think so.
All right, moving on from the Bundesliga to the English Premier League. Fulham, Aston Villa match now share with 0-0 currently. Liverpool, West Ham, Wolves will play simultaneously at 2 p.m. Liverpool will be home playing against Crystal Palace. West Ham, Everton, Wolves, Tottenham, and then later in the day, Arsenal versus Newcastle. Your take on these matches? Liverpool,
Crystal Palace. So I show previous games for the past seasons and even this season. Crystal Palace has been a thorn in the flesh for Liverpool. Crystal Palace at Liverpool pan so Shiana. And for was say Anfield and I said Palace hope. Or Twimba Anfield ever so Ismail Assar, Mone, Sir Jean-Philippe Mateta, almost having papa. And even down me funnel like on Liverpool game no Nkwano. Or Titi Liverpool pan and the Liverpool knows a way and yet easy game and rates their top scorer this season Hugo Ekitike. Omelusunu to injury. You say Isaac is not in great form.
Yes, Isaac is not up to the task.
Yes. Mo Salah back some couple goals last game, but still Mo Salah is not in his best. So I think Crystal Palace Liverpool game, it will be a tough match.
And I mean, Liverpool are also fighting for
the Champions League spot, right? Yeah. Top 5 in EPL. And then if Liverpool is playing like Liverpool, Crystal Palace is nobody. It's nobody, yes. Because you the likes of Dominic Szoboszlai, he's been nominated for the best players this season.
Yes.
So if Dominic Szoboszlai and the Florian Wirtz will step up, this game should be easy. But mind you, Crystal Palace is another tough side, a bit matched to Liverpool.
All right, speaking about Tottenham and the Wolves already.
Yes.
Let's take Arsenal and Newcastle.
Arsenal Newcastle, another tough game. And then you Arsenal with teams like this. You Arsenal with Bournemouth. You Arsenal.
Drop your point.
On a normal day, Arsenal so when home. Emirates Stadium yeah. Arsenal have to pick a win. Maybe a slight win, maybe 1 goal difference. I think. Yes. I think Arsenal should get a win. We got Bournemouth actually Newcastle last week, yeah. So Arsenal wanting the Premier League title for over how many years? They should win.
An easy win for.
Yes, it should be an easy win for Arsenal. Though they are falling apart this latter part, but yeah, they should pick up their pieces and then win this game against Newcastle. Yes.
What about Fulham and Aston Villa?
Fulham, Aston Villa both have. Me say Aston Villa have a slight chance, even though say a Fulham home no. Aston Villa have a very slight chance of winning this game because Aston Villa will show almost have a league game and even in the Europa League. It will tell you that Aston Villa is a very good side this season, this latter part of the season. No? And then they are in the top 5 of the Premier League table, I think. Yes. And then Morgan Rogers, Money, Oli Watkins, Sir Boys, no, Buendia, Yuri Tillemans, Sir Boys, no, yes. I think if they come together, they are a very strong team. And then Fulham shouldn't be, Fulham should just be a walkover for Aston Villa. Yes, even though it's their home, I think Villa should pick up points over there. Yes.
All right. Now moving on to the final fixtures for today. La Liga. We have Alaves Mallorca. We have Getafe Barcelona. We have Valencia Girona. And then later in the day at 7 p.m. we have Atletico Madrid versus Athletic Club.
Speaking of the Barcelona and the Getafe game, no.
Okay.
I think the league is decided already.
Yeah.
Barcelona right now, we win the game. They are going 11 points clear of the league. Yesterday we saw Real Madrid draw to Real Betis, so that would be a positive path for Barcelona. And then now Omuni at any other competition, they are only focused on the league right now. There's no other competition for Barcelona, so I think Getafe shouldn't be a difficult game for Barcelona. Even though they've lost Lamine Yamal to injury, Rafinha to injury, I think there are still other equally good players. Marcus Rashford, Fermin Lopez, on a good day, Daniel Mumba step up. To me, they are age man Barcelona. So I don't think Getafe should be Getafe should be a walk along. Even though they have a good team, yes, but still Barca have to win this game. Even though say Omuni other competition, still they have the energy. They've rested enough. So they have the energy to walk over Getafe this weekend.
What about Atletico Bilbao?
Atletico Bilbao, I think say Atletico is having a very poor run of form. After say Barca film no UCN, even Omu lose that game to Barcelona. So even he very record has lost his Barcelona we in a film. So after that game they have a very poor run of form. And then Athletic Club, oh my God, you can they have a very bad season. They are having a very bad season.
I think they've signed a new coach.
Yes, they've sacked their coach. They sacked Ernesto Valverde. Yes, they sacked him. They brought in a new coach. And then I think Atletico Madrid, even though some are having poor season, this current Athletic Club team shouldn't be a difficult task for them. They should step up and do the job. And then a very tricky because on also Arsenal midweek. It's your bet to me so I then arrest. And on the league no create free inside. It will be sure Barcelona league no one bonny players no. Alvarez me not na. So if it's going to be the same old story, say about bench Alvarez, Griezmann, Mudia, Bodia, Athletic Club will have a chance over there. Maybe a draw game will be okay.
If we watch the league table for the Syria, the La Liga.
The La Liga.
Yeah, I think Barcelona is obviously on the number 1 spot with 82 points. Yes. Real Madrid 74, Villarreal 62, Atletico Madrid 57, with Real Betis 50, and then Getafe 44. Obviously, Atletico Madrid 57, or leading 7 points
with an outstanding game.
Yeah, with an outstanding game. So I don't think, like he said, I don't think he's going to play. He's going to do a match on this game against Atletico Bilbao because obviously he has a match against Arsenal, one of the best teams in Europe for the in the Champions League. So I don't know that much.
For the La Liga table, I don't think Real Madrid have a chance again.
Oh no,
to be honest, Real Madrid don't have a chance again. Yes. And then they are going to give Barcelona a guard of honor, whether they like or not.
That one.
On the Barcelona guard of honor before El Clasico, Ebeduso. With Atletico Madrid, no. Only Real Betis, no. For the Champions League spot, it's just 3 points. So I don't know Atletico, you say league nim now on fire attention call. Better not Real Betis now then. Because mind you, Isco is back from injury. And if Isco is back from injury to join this Real Betis team, a major boost. Because if you have a player like Isco, Timwa, Obama, sa experience, no sa energy, no dia ball game we are. I think say Atletico should also they should take their La Liga serious for once. I think so. Because what's like a 3 point difference between 7 points rather. 7 points.
Okay. 7 points.
Okay. Atletico have a chance. Atletico
have a chance. I
thought it was
5 matches.
So Atletico have a chance on that. Obe qualify.
All right. Atletico Madrid will qualify. Ashofo we are drone yedi nya edi bebani we ebeda ye Caleb say wa be kan ye hu before I be kon ye be man Johnny socials ni bibia person reaching out and I say maybe you also want him to be like a regular guest on the show. We'll speak to him back door, see if he can. Caleb, the floor is yours. Any last words?
Okay. So my last words will be I'm giving a special thanks to the Almighty God. You know, in this period you can't take that away. Everything God first. So a special thanks to the Almighty Lord for having me here, and then I'm very appreciative to you, Mr. Ashitey, for having me on your show as well. And then I have a few friends I want to give a shout out to. They are watching me from home right now.
Okay.
Majesty. Shout out to you, Majesty. Shout out to you, Mr. OJ. He's an ex-influencer. Mr. OJ. Yes, he's an ex-influencer. He's having a very good time. Even Kojo Shod in KSS, they had a talk about him the last time. Yes. Mr. OJ is doing very well. Rich Way, all my friends, I love you. Manfred, I love you. God bless you. Thank you for the support and everything you give me. Thank you very much. Thank you to my family as well. My mom, my dad, my siblings, they are watching me right now. So all right. Thank you, all of you.
Alex, once again, we thank you for joining us in the studios. It's been an honor.
Yes.
Honoring the invitation. Yes. And next week, exactly 10 a.m. to 11:45. The lineup sports show, Eddie Brell. Right after that, news review is coming away with Mr. L, where one or two other guests. During the week also, the sports focus comes your way with Mr. L, 2 p.m. exactly on the dot. With that being said, next week, same time, catch me, Mr. Ashitey, on the lineup sports show on the MBN TV. Thanks you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of our programs.